Hello guys, it's Grimner here, and today we are looking at what is this? This is basically Waifu Survivors. If you know Vampire Survivors, you probably do. It's a incredibly popular game at this point. Every streamer has played it, and yeah, it's a great fun little game. And this is kind of well, it's a waifu game, basically. It was, as far as I understand, it was supposed to be a kind of adult-themed Vampire Survivors. You can see the gallery here and stuff. I guess that's I was supposed to unlock like some naughty things. But I think that they have kind of moved past that and they are not doing that anymore. It still has waifus, don't worry. But yeah, it's an interesting game. I did already record this video previously, but I was starting to play it at that exact moment, so I didn't know what's going on. And I thought it's gonna be a little bit more straightforward. But as it turns out, there's some pretty interesting things in this game. This is a demo though, so it's very much not finished. But for what it is, I think it's worth taking a look at. And well, I think now, after I've played it for about 2 hours, I think a little bit less, I can give you a pretty informed opinion on the game, and I can show you off some of the game mechanics. You can see here power up window. It's pretty similar to Vampire Survivors, and I will be comparing this game to Vampire Survivors for an obvious reason, because this is literally kind of the same game with slight changes in terms of gameplay, but mostly it's the same idea. Yeah, let's just get into it. There's two characters in the demo. There's Bellatrix. She uses a sword, which is a melee weapon, of course. And there's Camilla with her bow. I will be using Camilla. I just like the bow better. And here we are in the game. As you can see, visually it's very much different, but the idea stays the same. You have even the barrels, which you destroy and you get some gold. I was lucky there, got 100 gold, which is the highest amount, I think. But yeah, the idea is the same. It is kind of tough in the beginning, as you also don't know how the upgrade system works and everything. But yeah, I should be having a pretty decent time here. I might even finish this run fully. I haven't done that yet, but I think I might be good now. Okay, so how this works is you get the experience, the bar fills up, and then of course you level up and you can choose a weapon. For this time, I think that these upgrade things on the bottom row don't exist yet, because I have not seen any in my 2-ish hours of play. So I assume they don't exist. You just have the weapons. The interesting thing is, every time when you level up, you get these choices. As you can see, there's a rare blessed hammer. It could be also normal. It could be an epic blessed hammer. It could be a legendary one. If you don't pick it here, let's say I pick up this, I don't pick up the storm amulet, next time it appears it could be a legendary one. You know, it's random. And what that changes is what quality or rarity the upgrades are going to be once you pick the item, because after that, when you level up the item, you get different upgrades. So I will pick the blessed hammer, just mostly because it's kind of nice. You can see it's pretty cool. It deals pretty good damage, good AoE, very nice. So yeah, well, we'll see when I level up. You will see what I'm talking about. Maybe we'll get an upgrade on the blessed hammer. Yes, exactly, rare. So if this was a legendary, it would give you +2 projectiles. So it changes on depending on what quality it is. I'll pick the storm amulet just to show you some different weapons. This is pretty awesome too. It's just, yeah, it just zaps people. This is the boss, also kind of works the same way as Vampire Survivors. You kill it, you get a chest. And yeah, when I was playing previously, I didn't know that it's random. And the power-ups are random as well. So yeah, as you can see previously, this upgrade was +1 projectile. And now, even though I didn't pick that one, this is not like the next upgrade, it's just random. You can get projectile speed, there's damage, AoE, all kinds of stuff, extra projectiles. I think it also depends on the skill, they get slightly different upgrades, but they're still random. So as this is kind of bad, both are normal ones, I will pick the projectile speed. Not the best, but it's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, in general this is very similar to Vampire Survivors, but it obviously has this. Okay, we got the chest. And we get +3 damage to our Storm Amulet, which is kind of weird. Huh. Usually, previously when I was playing this, I think every single time I got a chest, if I had open weapon slots, it would give you a new weapon with an upgrade on it already. So I guess it's just, it does the same thing as the window when you level up. It just can technically hit also the same weapon you already have, which happened here. So just hadn't seen that before. But yeah, if you pick a new get a new weapon from the chest, you get it with an upgrade already, which is pretty strong, of course. I'll pick the scythe here. You'll see what it does in a moment. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, so it summons these scythes that just circle around, just spin like that. Really great. +1 second duration. Sure, that's pretty good. Cooldown reduction is like really strong. Of course, I think most of these things are going to change when the game actually launches in like early access or something. Because like 0.2 second cooldown, you already will see how fast it is. Like that's insane. And when it's legendary, you get 0.3 second reduction. So if I would get legendary and 2 upgrades, it would just constantly zap people. That would be literal, what's his name? Darth Sidious, I guess, yeah. No, Palpatine. Palpatine, yes. Yeah, AoE, or I can pick the Protector Shield. I'll pick that. Protector Shield is kind of a like bone in Vampire Survivors, I guess. It's kind of faster early on though than bone is. And yeah, it's good fun. There are some problems though. As you can see, there's like bigger objects that you can't walk through. Those are fine. There's also rocks. Like this one's pretty big and you can kind of see it, but quite often there's just little obstacles that you can't see. +1 projectile. Yes, that's good. So we now shoot 3. But yeah, some of these small things on the ground are like barely visible. I think one of the things is that this is kind of a different style of a game. It's higher fidelity graphics. And sometimes with those nicer looks, you also get some issues like clarity of vision. But I think it's gonna be fine. They just maybe might need to tune the hitboxes on those small things and stuff like that. Okay, we got another chest. And again, we got an upgrade. That's weird. That has like never happened to me before, I think. But hey, live and learn, I guess. I thought I knew everything I needed to know, but yeah, it turns out I didn't. I'll pick the Sunstone here. As you can see, it's like kind of like Lightning Ring in Vampire Survivors. Again, I kind of, it's like, oh yeah, you're mentioning the same game all the time, but this, you can see that this is literally that game. So I will compare it to that. Yeah, it's actually a really nice skill. You can get really crazy damage on it. I previously had a run where I had a legendary one, and it was dealing like 70 damage after 2 upgrades. It was insane. But yeah, of course, the negative thing is that it strikes random opponents. So if you have like a boss or something that you want to kill, quite possibly it's not gonna hit the boss. Yeah, but yeah, it's still really cool. As you can see, it's like a lot of plus damage. And when it's legendary, it's like plus 20 damage or something like that. It's really insane. Oh yeah, now you can see it hits for like 37, 25. Really good damage there. Yeah, I think I might finish this one. On the previous ones I was really trying to push for just more gold from the chests, because you don't get gold otherwise, which sucks a little bit. +1 storm amulet projectile, sure. Yeah, what do I think they should change? Yeah, I think the visual clarity stuff might be better sometimes. I can't even imagine what happens when it gets to like 30 minutes. Yeah, it might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. So far the game runs actually really smooth. When I started the game up, there were some micro stutters, but I think it was just caching all the thingies on the screen. So whenever you would get like a new effect on the screen that hasn't appeared before, it would stutter for like a microsecond. But yeah, after that, I've had really no issues with this. It crashed once, but it was when I was launching OBS. So it might just have a slight issue with that. Not really a big deal. Not the first game that has happened to Forza Horizon, for example, that literally doesn't work with Twitch streaming stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep this going. And the bosses so far seem fine. One problem is that they kind of get stuck in the middle of mobs quite often. So they just like sit behind everything. And you might think that's like, oh yeah, nice, the boss can't get you. But no, it actually sucks because they get stuck so far away sometimes when you have lower damage early on. Plus 30 projectile speed, okay. But you can't kill them if you have something that like has direct line of fire that doesn't hit random stuff. It's kind of frustrating. It kind of happens in Vampire Survivors as well, but not really to this extent. Yeah, like this rock. It's like, you can't see it when you look at it, but when you're playing, it's just really difficult to see those things. But yeah, it's not the craziest thing ever, but it might kill you a couple of times if you're not careful. Like this one is just like, how would you see that? Like, no. It looks like grass. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's murder all these snails. But yeah, as I looked into it a little bit, I didn't really check too much information about the game. I just like saw it. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then I see there was like an adult patch in Steam for this game, but it's been removed by the devs. And yeah, I assume it was like kind of some collectible anime waifu titties thingy, but yeah, they removed it. So I think they just want to kind of have a little bit more serious approach from people to the game, because I think this could be pretty big. Is 2 Vampire Survivors too many Vampire Survivors? I don't think so. I think as long as the game is good, it's great for us, the gamers, because this is slightly different. The random approach is not for everyone, certainly, but I think in terms of just like pure basic fun of just playing the game, this is better than Vampire Survivors. So far, of course, at this moment, I would say Vampire Survivors is better as a game because it's a more or less finished game. Yeah, let's try to chop through these wolf boys. Are those wolves? Yeah, those are wolves. Yeah, I guess there's not really much else to talk about right now. In that sense, like, this is at least going to be quite a bit shorter because I was discovering new things all the time when I was playing it previously and recording the video. So the video ended up to be like 30 minutes long. And I even didn't really have a clue about some of the things in the game. So I think this was a pretty good idea to just play the game a little bit more and tell you guys about what's going on in here. I actually don't know. I don't think this goes up to 30 minutes now. I assume it's kind of like the 20 minutes till dawn or something. When it's 10 minutes. So I assume this could be like maybe 10 minutes too, or 15. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it looks great. It's a fun game, as I already said. Okay, what do you want me to say? It's fun. You can see that it's fun. Would I play this exact version for like 20 hours? Probably not. I think I'm kind of done at this point. I will finish this run and maybe like tomorrow or some other day I'll pick it up again for a little bit, but when it gets like all the second row of the upgrades and stuff, sure, yeah. I seriously do hope that they go for some upgrades that are maybe slightly more interesting, like not just like, oh yeah, all your skills have extra cooldown, duh. I mean, that's also fine, but I hope that they add something like, oh, your skills like deal some damage over time. Your skills do this, do that. There's like the hammers that rotate. Oh, they have chaining effects, so when they hit the first enemy, they kind of go the opposite direction. Kind of like Spectral Helix in Path of Exile, for example. You know, some more interesting upgrades than just, oh yeah, one more projectile, two more damage, 30% more AoE. It's enough, I guess, but I hope that they add some more things. Oh my god, this is a little bit much. I'm gonna get eaten here. Yes. When you get hit in this game, like a lot, you get your anime waifu on the screen like that. So be careful. When your mom's in the room, don't take damage, because she will be disappointed in you and all your life decisions. So there's that. Okay, we got another chest. Oh yeah, minus cooldown on the Storm Amulet. As you can see, it's already just going off like pretty much instantly after it goes out. Awesome. Okay, okay, so it wasn't the 10 minutes. I assume now that it's 15 minutes, probably. Probably would have already beaten the game previously, but yeah, as I said, I was kind of looking to get more gold. And you can see I got only 110 gold this one, because you really have to look for the gold. That's also one thing I think that they should change, is adding a little bit of gold every time you level up, or from the chests like in Vampire Survivors. Because sometimes if you like rotate the same area, there's no barrels there to kill, so you don't get any gold. And the healing potion that you get from the barrels, I don't know if it's just me, but all the times I've got it, it didn't heal me at all. Or it healed me so little that it didn't look like it changed anything. So yeah, there are certainly problems, but yeah, for just like a proof of concept, and this demo is quite cool, I would say. Okay, so it looks like we might be closing in on the end of the run here. Very few enemies spawning. I don't know why. Feels kind of sad. I have all these OP weapons. Okay, now it's getting crazy. Okay, never mind. Oh boy. Come on, level up. Give me some good upgrades. Am I gonna lose this now? What the hell? That's not what I wanted. Oh, sheesh. Sheesh? What the fuck is wrong with me? Jesus Christ. Sheesh. Those beetles be bussin'. Oh my god. Yes, I am a cringy individual. What can you do about that? Not much. Okay, I'm just running through the beetles. And again, I ran into a rock there. Okay. I mean, if it's 15 minutes, we might make it. Oh, the music changed. What is going on? Is there like a boss or something? That's not a lot of XP. Oh boy. I'm guessing that I'm not getting any more upgrades. I either die or the game ends. Only two options. Oh. Ah! Okay. Yeah. And this screen is also just like really nice. I think it would be cool if they added also like a pause screen where you can see all your upgrades and your like damage, maybe projectiles and everything, levels and whatnot. So yeah, I didn't really level that many of my weapons. So assume that the end game is going to be 30 minutes. But yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, the gallery doesn't do anything, don't worry. Yeah. I think I kind of already said everything I wanted to say about the game. So this is slightly shorter version and more informed version of the video that I already made, recorded. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. And yeah, check out the game if it looks interesting. To me it does. Yeah, comment if you think that it isn't interesting, that they suck because they copied Vampire Survivors. You know, that's a valid point, I guess. Alright, I'll see you on the next one, guys. See ya.